Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Rizka binti Omar. My matrix number BB231609007. Today I will present tutorial answer chapter 8. Question 1. The Department of Statistics Malaysia announced that in 2005, of all adult Malaysian, 10,547,500 were employed, 379,100 were unemployed, and 5,628,800 were not in a labor force. Use this information to calculate A. The adult population. The adult population includes everyone employed, unemployed, and not in the labor force. So, the adult population equal to employed plus unemployed plus not in the labor force. The answer is 10,547,500 plus 379,100 plus 5,628,800 equal to 16,555,400. B. The labor force. The labor force consists of employed and unemployed individual. The formula is labor force equal to employed plus unemployed. So labor force equal to 10,547,500 plus 379,100. So the answer is 10,926,600. C. The labor force participation rate. The labor force participation rate is the percentage of the adult population in labor force. So, labor force participation rate equal to labor force divide adult population times 100. The answer is 10,926,600 divided to 16,555,400 times 100. So, the total is 66%. Next is D. The employment rate. The employment rate is the percentage of the labor force that is unemployed. Unemployment rate equal to unemployed divide labor force times 100. So, 379,100 divide to 10,926,600 times 100, and the answer is 3.47. Next is question 3. The following workers more likely to experience short-term or long-term unemployment. Explain. A. A construction worker let off because of bad weather. The answer is short-term unemployment, because this is an example of seasonal unemployment or temporary layoffs due to external conditions like weather. Once the weather improves, construction activity typically resumes and the worker is likely to return to the job. Next is B. A manufacturing worker who loses her job at a plant in an insulated area is long-term unemployment. This situation may involve structural unemployment due to geographical immobility or a lack alternative job opportunities in the area. If the plant is an isolated location with limited industry, the worker may struggle to find a new job unless they relocate or retrain for another field. C. A stagecoach industry worker let off because of competition from railroads is a long-term unemployment. This is classic example of structural unemployment caused by technological change. In stagecoach, industry has become obsolete due to railroad competition. Workers in this industry may need to retrain new skill to find employment in a different industry. For D, a short order cook who loses his job when a new restaurant opens across the street. The answer is short-term unemployment because this situation represents frictional unemployment, which occur when workers transition between jobs. A short order cook typically has transferable skills and is likely to find a similar job in the food service industry quickly, especially since demand such workers is usually consistent. Next is E, an expert welder with little formal education who loses job when the company install automatic welding machinery is a long-term unemployment. This is another case of structural unemployment due to technological advancements, automation. The expert welder may face difficulties finding similar work unless they retrain for a job that complements automation or learn new skills to enter a different sector. Last but not least, question 5. Consider an economy with two labor markets, one for manufacturing workers and one for service workers. Suppose initially neither is unionized. A. If manufacturing workers form a union, what impact on the wages and employment in manufacturing will you predict? When manufacturing workers form a union, they typically aim to negotiate higher wages and better working conditions for their members. As a result, wages in manufacturing are likely to rise due to collective bargaining. 2. Employment in manufacturing may decrease because higher wages increase the cost of labor for firms, but potentially leading fewer workers being hired. Firms may also substitute capital for labor, for example, automation to reduce labor costs. And the last one, some firms might reduce production or exit the market altogether due increased labor costs. For B, how will these changes in the manufacturing labor markets affect the supply of labor in the market for service workers? What will happen to the equilibrium wages and employment in these labor markets? The changes in the manufacturing labor market will ripple into service labor market in several ways. First, supply of labor in the service market. As some manufacturing workers lost their jobs due to decreased employment, they may look for work in other sectors such as a service. This will increase the supply of labor in the service labor market. Second, equilibrium wages in the service market. An increased labor supply in the service sector will put downward pressure on wages in that market. The new equilibrium wages in the service market will likely be lower than before. 3. Equilibrium employment in this service market. As wages in the service sector decline, service firms might find it more profitable to hire additional workers. Thus, employment in the service sector will increase.